someone was to air out your dirty laundry, put it all out there, you think people not gonna cancel you too? Like, boo. Just kidding. All right, guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be me doing some things that I like to do when I have a lot on my mind or just in one of those slumps. I like to have a little self-care day. So right now, you guys can see I am deep conditioning my hair. I am transitioning from my blue hair, so that's why it's like this funky looking color, but yeah, ignore that. So I am, like I said, deep conditioning with some, what do I have in? Oh, Olaplex. I have in that Olaplex since I do bleach my hair a lot. Another thing, if you are a person like me who bleach your hair a lot, please use a good deep conditioner, okay? Like, just because we bald, that don't mean we can't take care of our hair. I'm also going to be doing this mask by Pacifica. It's a kale charcoal ultimate detox mask. It's clay, charcoal, kale, willow herb, plus helps fight blemishes, blackheads, and oils. So it's supposed to be good for people with oily skin. So I have oily skin, but it's just really good. I feel like whenever I use this mask, if I have any type of breakouts or whatever, this kind of like clears it up. I probably use that maybe like once a week or so, but not too often. All right, so before we get started with the mask, if you guys are margarita drinkers, y'all need to get this, okay? This is Jose Cuervo Strawberry Lime Margarita. It already has alcohol in it. It's 9.95% alcohol, 19.9 proof. So in other words, you'll get like a little buzz. I already got my cup of ice. This cup, guys, this little margarita glass was only $1 from the dollar store. So if you're like me, you live alone, all you need is one cup. So let's get you one margarita one. So we're gonna pour that in there. Okay, gotta drink this down some. I already feel like I'm on a tropical vacation. Alrighty, so guys, let's get down to it. I have been in one of my moods, as I would call it, just with everything that's going on with this whole corona and this whole like uncertainty of our nation. It's like, it's just nuts, okay? I think the last thing I just seen, it was a freaking Kanye West talking about running for presidency and all this other stuff, and I don't know who his close friends are or who's around him. I mean, I can't put it solely on his wife Kim, because I mean, he's a grown man, so he makes his own decisions. But I mean, my goodness, the stuff that comes out of that guy's mouth is crazy, you know? And I'm just like, I mean, this nation is just going down into like a pit of flames. So it's like we got that going on. Oh yeah, y'all, I like to touch up, like if I have any little sparse hairs there and there, you know, don't fall into that trap of, oh, if you shave, your hair grows back thicker. That is a myth. Don't believe that crap. If you want to shave your face, freaking shave it. But yeah, going back to that with the whole like uncertainty of this nation, it's just kind of like a little scary. And you know, just because I have friends that, you know, work in the school system, so it's like a big up in the air about whether or not teachers are returned. And then it's like one of those, yeah, some people may die, but that's okay. And it's like, no, that's not okay. Like, these people have freaking families. They don't want to go to work, you know, at risk, you know, of potentially infecting someone or themselves getting infected, especially with the younger teachers, the younger students, you know. Those kids barely can wipe their nose and butt. Now I have to make sure their mask stays on and that they don't get me sick. Absolutely not. And then you want to cut my funding? Absolutely not. I mean, if you're a teacher nowadays, I mean, you gotta love teaching, because that is no joke. I love like talking to people, but I couldn't do it. And no, it's not all about the money, but it's just the fact that like I signed up to teach kids, not to put my life on the front line. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like police officers, people in the medical field, like firefighters, okay, they all took a job knowing that, hey, I may not come home, and they're okay with that. You know what I mean? But as far as someone who teaches, is like, I signed up to educate your kid, not to be a disciplinarian, not to be their parent, although a lot of teachers have become kids' parents. And just that's it. I'm just there to educate them. But it's like teachers wear so many hats, and they don't get the recognition that they deserve. And like my heart just goes out to them. And then, my best friend being a teacher, it's like I see firsthand some of the stuff she goes through. It's times where I'm like, girl, like, you're not at work. Relax. But it's like, oh, she's answering emails, she's making sure the parents are good, the kids are good. Those are the type of teachers we love, but those are the type of teachers we're gonna lose, if we don't get this thing right. So it's just a lot going on, with that. And then people just testing positive left and right, and people getting upset because of these whole freaking masks. Y'all, I don't step foot out of my door without my mask. I got a mask in my purse, a mask in my car. Like, I'm masked up shoddy. Like, I'm staying with the mask. So you're not going to sit here and tell me not to wear one, Or, oh, why are you wearing that? Because some people look at you crazy if you have one on. And I'm like, shoot, if I want to wear a mask, let me wear my dang old mask. I don't say nothing to you, Whatever. So that's just that, I don't know, y'all. Like, I just been feeling like crap. Like, this whole weekend, I've just been like sleeping on and off. And it's not even like that good sleep. It's like that go to sleep, wake up, and then you're kind of like, comment down below if you guys ever have those weeks or days where you're just like, everything just seemed like you're not in a bad mood, but you're not in a good mood. It's one of those, like, your mood could be better, And honestly, I'm like, now I literally just go on social media, post my stuff about my YouTube, and then I get the heck off. Because when you actually sit there and start reading some of the foolishness that's going on, it's just like, you don't know if you should cry, pray, or just just lose it and just snap on everybody, Because it's like people are like, well, I'm going to live my life. Yes, you can live your life, but don't endanger your mind in the process, It's just a lot going on. Like, we just in a very scary time. And it's like, since everyone has their own views, it's kind of hard to talk to people about it because you don't want to come off as crazy. But since I can just say whatever I want to say on this camera, I kind of can bypass that whole thing. Okay, I didn't think this through. Let me go wash my hands. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. What was I saying again? But yeah, so it's just kind of like, sometimes you really gotta just, for your own sanity, sorry y'all, just get past the mask, but for your own sanity, you just gotta just take a break, just unplug from the world. Thank goodness that Netflix dropped season 2 of one of the shows I like. It's called In the Dark. It's about a blind lady who basically discovers her friend being dead, and she believes he was murdered, and she's getting closer and closer to the murder, but everyone's kind of trying to stop her or whatever. So it's pretty interesting. At first I was a little bit like, I don't know about this, but it's y'all, it's really good. It's on Netflix. Season 2 is up. So if you haven't seen season 1, I would say watch it. I think, what's the other one? Shameless is supposed to be coming back, season 10. So I'm probably gonna catch that soon. But yeah, I'm just kind of just staying within my bubble. The older I get, the more and more of an introvert I am becoming. Like, honestly, guys, if you can get me on the phone, you are a very special person, okay? Because I do not like talking on the phone, and it's just like, I don't know, I'm just getting really weird about the phone and stuff. Like, even texting, like, it's moments where I literally draft up a whole text and don't even send it. And it's not that I purposefully do it. It's just one of those, like I forgot to, send that text. So I know people like, dang, like what is Tika doing? Like what, honestly, it's like I'm on, Tika's probably on Jupiter, like I just be in a whole different mindset. Like I just can't, I just don't like being on the phone like that, like at all. And then two, I'm starting to kind of like, discover myself, learn more things about me. Ever since I lost my job due to COVID, I've kind of trying to figure out what it is that I like to do and just pursuing those things. But you'll notice when it's things that you're trying to pursue that's not traditional, people act like you lost your freaking marbles, like, so what are you gonna do? You don't have a job. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna support yourself? Like it's so many like questions, like, oh my God, girl, like, that's crazy, So, and I noticed that I can't express myself to everybody. So I choose not to. I just be like, I'll give people little bits and pieces, kind of a little bit just to put them on the hook, but nothing to the point to where they're what she got going on? And why does it matter what I got going on? I mean, if I ain't like beg, borrowing, and stealing, like don't worry about it. Like I just feel like either support me, and if you don't, oh well. I'll just be the nutso friend, but it is what it is. So with that, I mean, I've never really cared what people thought except for like when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I'm realizing like if people don't pay your bills, if they're not, like basically financing your lifestyle, whatever the case may be, or giving you solid advice, who freaking cares? Who cares what people think? Who cares what other people have to say? And if they don't like it, screw them. You know what I mean? Like, hell, like it's your life. Whatever it is you want to do, I just say go for it. Just try and just see what happens. That's kind of like what I'm doing right now. Like I'm just like, like I said before, my get to know me video, I've always wanted to do YouTube, so I'm just gonna go for it and just do it. And also too, I feel like it's kind of like empowering girls, you know what I mean? Like I said, you rarely see, plus size girls who just doing their thing, and I want to do that. Like I want to show people like you can love yourself. You can be confident. Like just because you got a little extra cushion, that means no one's gonna love you. Like absolutely not. So I'm a firm believer in loving yourself, all of those things. Although I do wear makeup, like I don't have to wear makeup. I mean, y'all see my skin, it's pretty on the decent side. So I really don't like have to. That's a choice for me. That's something I like to do. Do I need it? Absolutely not. Will I walk outside with no makeup on and just some chapstick? What with SPF? Absolutely. Like I don't need those things to make me feel beautiful, to make me feel happy. Like I figure out how to do things on my own. Like, learn how to do my own eyebrows, learn how to do my own hair. That'll be another video too, of me, how I maintain my hair. But yeah, like please, like I don't know. Like it is what it is, man. Like I was just thinking about that. Like, when you start trying to venture out, people are gonna think you're nuts. And I feel like if you people don't think you're crazy, then you ain't doing something right. Unless you're Kanye. No, I'm joking. But seriously, because homeboy got some other issues that he needs to definitely take care of. So on another note, self-love, guys, like I know it's corny when people say self-love is the best love, but that is so true. Like your girl been over here loving herself, just basically just giving myself positive words every day, uplifting myself, because I mean, like I said, the climate that we're in right now, it's just so hectic. It's so stressful, you know what I mean? Like how do you stay sane in an insane world? Like how do you do that? And then like me, I'm a 20 something year old girl, single, whatever. And it's just like, how do you maneuver through this? Like there's no handbook and there's no right or wrong way. Someone else's path may not be your path, and that's okay. Like I feel like sometimes we get caught up in what we see other people are doing, and it's like, okay, they may be doing that might be what their situation, but it may not be for you, and you have to be okay with that. Because I'm seeing a lot of girls on my timeline, and I'm not that I'm bashing, but I see so many girls like, oh, me and someone's son, or oh, goals, oh, whatever. And it's just like, okay, I get you want to be in a relationship, but there's other steps you need to get before you get into a relationship. You know, like anybody who's married can tell you it's not easy. So it's like, why? So take the time that you have by yourself to learn yourself, to love yourself, to know yourself, because when you do get into this magical relationship, you're gonna be like, okay,
this is not rainbows and sunshines that I was promised,
and I don't like it. You can have it back. Newsflash, you can't just do that. You can't just give it back. Yes, you can get a divorce, but that shouldn't be the first thing that you do. Like, oh, if such and such ain't acting right, divorce. Like, you can't do that to people, you know. Recently saw the whole Will and Jada and August Alsina with the whole entanglement crap, you know. I just feel like this with that situation. Please, guys, don't come at me, but I just feel like we don't know their situation. We don't know what issues they might have been having in their marriage. We really do not know. We just see 5 seconds of them posting cute little videos, or we see them, you know, cracking jokes as a family. We see them going on trips, but we really do not know the ins and out of their relationship. We don't know if how they were on the brink of divorce. In our mind, Will and Jada goals, but we don't know that they, like Jada said that she was up for months just crying every single night. We don't know that. So, you know, who are we to judge what another woman does? You know, like, I mean, she did her thing. We don't know what Will did. He might have did his thing, you know? So we don't know. Like, are we that high up on a pedestal that we have the nerve to just look down on someone else and like cancel them or whatever the case may be? First of all, no one should be freaking goals. You should be your own goals. You know what I mean? Like, why are we looking at them and saying, this is the ideal model, I need to follow them and worship them? No, like, they're human. People are freaking human. Like, that annoys me so much when I feel like people act like people cannot be human, you know? Like, we're human. If someone was to air out your dirty laundry, put it all out there, you think people not gonna cancel you too? Like, come on, you know? We've all done things that we're not proud of. Only thing we can do is move forward and learn from it. The difference is you get to do that crap in private. You can do some dumb stuff in private and be like, whew, thank God that didn't get out, you know? But somebody that's famous is like, they are like, everyone looks at them like, oh, how dare you? It's like, what? Like, are you seriously, you really passing judgment right now? Please, like, okay, don't knock the next chick or dude because you probably was laid up doing the same thing not too long ago. So I just say it is what it is on that situation. Like, all I can say is thank God that ain't me, you know? Because, man, please. Oh gosh, y'all, that margarita is so, like, I need to get this margarita. But yeah, so once this mask starts hardening up, as you guys can see, it's starting to turn darker. That's when I wash it off, and then I follow up my rest of my stuff. I'll show y'all all of that, so don't even worry about all that. Y'all gotta comment down below. You've just been in a blah mood, just like, yeah, I've been in a blah mood too, you know? And like I said, with the whole COVID thing, we really don't know what's going on. Like, we're trying to get back to our whole normalcy, and it's just kind of just, it's like it can never be normal, you know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds bad, but it can never go back to the way things were, you know? Only thing we can do is just move forward and make things better, but I don't feel like it'll ever be how it once was, just because I mean, we were pretty much in quarantine for, I mean, not that dang long, but for like a month. And I know for some people, being in quarantine, being by yourself is kind of hard. And it really was hard, you know, because it's like I'm naturally by myself, but it's like, it's a difference when you're forced, you know what I mean? Like, you really cannot be around anybody. So, because it's like, it'll be moments where I'm like, oh, let me go hang out with such and such. And it's like, no, you can't do that. So I think that is probably what made it kind of the hardest. But honestly, for me, like, this whole COVID thing kind of helped me in a sense. It's kind of forcing me to deal with whatever inner issues that I've had. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the mirror is facing at you, and it's like, okay, whatever you're dealing with, let's air this thing out now. We're not carrying it to 2021, you know? Because, I mean, half the year is almost over. So it's like, if this situation didn't force you to kind of deal with whatever inner issues, inner demons you're dealing with, then I don't know what will. I feel like this was kind of like the world putting us on pause and kind of reconnect, especially for people who maybe family, if they work a lot. That was me. Like, I was always working, like it'll be times where I'm tired or whatever, and like I'll try to pick up the extra shift or whatever just to get extra money. And it's like, I haven't seen my family in I don't know how long, so it's kind of like, dang, like you're kind of isolated. A text here and there is just not enough. Maybe when this whole COVID thing does die down, I probably will take a trip down to Savannah to see my family, just because it's like, it's just time. You just gotta just stay connected, because at the end of the day, that's pretty much all you have. Your friends come and go. I'm seeing that a lot. A lot of people that I was close with, I'm starting to see like, I have to put a little question mark on you. But other than that, like I'll just like, definitely just check on your family, check on your loved ones, because you just don't know. Let me wash this off my face and I'll be back. All right, y'all, I'm back. Wash my face. You don't see it? Look at that skin. Oh yeah, and I washed out my hair. You guys see my little curls? It's like this funky teal, greenish, whatever color I got going on. I kind of like it. So I'm gonna rock this for a couple of days before I bleach it again. Cause yeah, I just think it'll just be better. Don't bleach your hair all in one day. Y'all know, still rocking with my Pixie, a little toner. So yeah, so back to what I was saying about family. Family is one of those things. It's like, we don't get to choose our family, but we gotta freaking love them. We as family, you fight, you may argue, but it still should be something that kind of brings you back, unless it's just like at a point of no return. I just hope that whatever it is, you can kind of get back to that, whatever, get back to being connected. But family, you gotta be there for your family. And now I'm about to use this witch hazel. So recently, me and my dad had a really deep conversation. Me and him we've been close. Like when I was younger, like me and him was close. And then I don't know what it was, but it's like once I hit puberty, oh my God, like it just seemed like our relationship just got really distant. So it was kind of distant, like on and off from like since like high school up until college, up until now, but we actually had a really good conversation. Like we just kind of just hashed out everything, like laid it all out there, and I felt good about that, because sometimes we just need that release. People don't know if they've hurt you or if y'all have had issues until you say it. Like in his mind, he didn't know that I would have so many like issues from my childhood that I was dealing with, and that I was kind of reluctant to, I guess, have that relationship with him, because I'm like in fear of, at any moment, that's it, we're going to go back to being estranged. And I felt bad, but it was always in the back of my mind, and then recently one of my friends kind of brought that up, like, oh, well, your parents, you weren't always close with your parents, so be careful. And I'm like, dang, I know that, but also too, knowing with that, I've never actually sat down and had a conversation with my dad. So like I said, people don't realize if they've hurt you, if you've had issues, if you don't bring it up, and sometimes we just gotta get down to it, y'all, and just be real about it. If you have issues with somebody, let that person know, because 9 times out of 10 they don't freaking know. So no one may not know that you're in pain if you're hurting, if you don't say anything. Like I know I'm getting a little off topic, but I saw recently Tamar. They said she tried to commit suicide. I freaking love Tamar. She's like the big sister I've never had in my mind. But people don't realize Tamar could have been dealing with so much stuff. People just think, oh, since you're the goofy friend, you're the comedian, you're the fun-loving person, that you don't have your own issues. And it's like, dude, y'all have no idea, And sometimes you don't want to burden people with your issues. you feel like, well, they've never seen you in a vulnerable state, so why bring it up to them? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know which exactly she was going through, but whatever she was going through, for her to want to take her life, if that is the situation, knowing that she has a son, knowing that she's in a looks like a healthy relationship, and knowing that she has her sisters, I mean, it must have really gotten overwhelming and bad. And like, I kind of understood that. Like, I get that. Like, sometimes you have those moments where nothing, like, it just seemed like you just can't get up for air. You know what I mean? It just seemed like everything is kind of just piling on you. And it's like you don't have anyone in your corner. And it's like, dang, like that sucks. Like, I'm like, dang, I wish it was someone there. But it's like, I know how it gets. Like, you may not have no one there. You may not feel comfortable enough to share that. So like, that's what I'm saying. If you guys have an issue with someone, you know, man, tell that person, let that person know. And even if they don't receive it, at least you'll feel better. You know, after I had the conversation with my dad, like, I feel like me and him were able to move forward in a positive direction. Now I don't have so much worry when I talk and communicate with him. I mean, I still have my little like moments, and that's just because that's a part of the healing process. I mean, it's like learning someone all over again. But I feel a lot more, I feel a lot better now that I said, you know, how I felt about a lot of different things. So, like I said, if it's an issue with your family members or whoever, have that conversation with that person, because they probably have no idea. So, yeah. But I'm about to put this in my hair. This is a Cantu curling custard. I really just put it in just because it's very moisturizing. Like, it feels so good, especially after deep conditioning. You always want to follow up with something, whether it's a leave-in conditioner or oil. I don't have my coconut oil next to me, but I'll probably do that off camera and just place some in my hair. But yeah, I mean, sometimes if you don't want to talk to anyone, I say at least write about it. But for the people that journal, like, comment down below if you have any tips with journaling, because your girl needs some, because consistency is not my friend, you know. So I have an issue with that. But yeah, I mean, always talk it out. Do things that make y'all happy. I already told y'all, for me, it's always been makeup. It's always been dealing with something with beauty. So like I said, I've been kind of in a like mood, and it's just because of no particular reason at all. It's just, I don't know, I just felt like I just don't feel like doing anything. I just felt really out of it. So if you do have those moments, please talk to someone. Either write about it, you know, or find some way to have a positive outlet. So if you like to draw it out. If you like to talk it out. If you like to write it out. Whatever the case may be, do that thing, because you don't want to let it build up and get to a point of no return. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure it's people out there who might have, you know, thought about committing suicide, or who actually have, or you know, someone who might have committed suicide, and you know, they probably wanted to talk to someone but didn't. But I'm here to tell you, like, please don't let that just, you know, with everything going on in the world, please, if you gotta unplug for real. Like, do that. Do that seriously, because that's the stuff that's going on in the world. And then if you already feeling like a piece of crap already, don't, you know, it could weigh on you. It really can. And I don't want you guys to, y'all are just skin, I swear it's not a booger. But I just don't want it to get to a point to where you just feel like you have no one and that is your option. And I'm here to say that is not your option. There are people that you can speak to about it. I mean, I'll probably even put that in the description, like a crisis hotline number, you know, so you can talk to someone, because that's a serious thing. And, you know, you don't want to let everything that's going on in this world be the thing to take you out. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that feeling to just weigh on you too heavy. So I definitely say talk to someone. Please talk to someone, because, like, you know, you're here for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's here for some reason. Like, either you're here to touch someone's life or someone's here to touch your life. You just never know. Like, I believe everyone has their own purpose, their own path, you know. It's just a matter of you trying to figure it out and just trying to have it revealed to you. And then, hey, who knows what'll happen, you know? Like, you may be supposed to be the next president, but you letting, the little breakup with little Johnny, hinder you from that. You don't want that, you know what I'm saying? So just try to find positive ways, positive outlets. This for me is my positive outlet. This is my therapy, being able to talk about it, doing my little facials, doing my whatever, like that's what helps me, and I really want other people to get that. I want people to have something that can help them. So whatever it is that you like, even if it's just going out for a walk and smelling flowers, if you gotta go hug a tree, hug a freaking tree, man. Like, do what you gotta do to make you happy, because your happiness is really up to you. You know what I mean? You can't let someone else determine your happiness. So whatever it is, just do it. Just figure it out, within reason. Just do it, because you don't want to look back on these moments and be like, dang, like I wasted so much time, and right now I'm at a point in my life where I'm tired of freaking wasting time. Like, I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of doing things that people expect me to do. I've always been trying to be a pleaser growing up, and I hated that, but it's like I just thought that was the way to do it, and I'm over it. I'm over trying to make other people happy. So do what makes you happy, do what you love. Don't get caught up in this whole social media crap. Don't get caught up in, this whole COVID crap. Like, please, if you gotta unplug, it's okay. If you gotta send your family, your loved ones a message, hey, I love y'all, nothing personal, but I'm just having a me day. And if they love you, they'll respect you. You know what I mean? But you gotta take that time for yourself. Um, yeah, just do it. So I'm probably going to end it right there, because I feel like I've talked a lot. Hopefully, if you made it this far to the end of the video, kudos to you. You a real one. Comment down below if you made it to the end. If you made it to the end, say Tika or Beautiful Soul, girl, I rock to the end and I love you, girl. And I just want to say I love y'all, love all my supporters, love everyone that has helped me get this far with my channel. So I really do appreciate it. For anybody who might have shared my videos or reposted it, I do really truly appreciate y'all. Yeah, so don't forget, if you like this, like it, thumbs up it, comment down below, subscribe. So yeah, that's always good things. All right, so love y'all, be safe, be smart, and please, if you need help, get some help. All right, peace.